All right, it looks like we are blasting off here. Hello, everybody. We are doing a spooky Halloween live stream with some of my favorite YouTubers and some other favorite people. So real fast, what we're going to do is I'm going to allow them to introduce their characters, or they're going to introduce themselves, their channels, and their characters, and tell you what their characters are up to. So real fast, normally on this channel, everything is squeaky clean jelly bean, but tonight's adventure is going to be a harsh PG-13. So brace yourselves. All right. So starting with Baron, everyone else take off your earphones.
My name is Baron Derop. I'm from the YouTube channel Dungeon Masterpiece, and today I will be playing the Dwarven Cleric by the name of Ulf Glitterbeard. My goals tonight are to kill the Black Spider and also be exceptionally greedy of any gold laying about, even if it's not in my own pockets.
All right, so next up, we have the Rogue. Will, the Rogue. Will. Yeah, you will. Put your earphones on.
Okay, I can hear now.
Okay, so yeah, Will, go ahead and tell me about your character.
Yeah, so I will be playing Lysander Arachne, and he is a drow rogue from the Underdark originally. And he, through various means, learned of a codex that he must recover that was, I think, owned by some kind of exile from the Underdark. And so one of his main goals is to recover that codex. It's a big score, and I could get a lot of money from returning it to whoever wants it. And then I also want to really kill this exile because he represents all of that has failed from Lothsworn drow.
Yes. The I should probably explain this to the audience too. The overriding plot here. Yeah, everyone put their earphones back on. All right, so the overriding plot is you folks all got together on a contract to kill the Black Spider. She escaped justice at the hands of an adventuring party, killed some people along the way, and now she's found a hideout off in the Neverwinter Woods. And you folks gathered a crew to go kill her. And so now that we've heard from the cleric and the rogue, let's hear from the fighter.
All right. Hi, I'm Tatiana Volk, the GM Witch, and I'm going to be playing Greta Thornshield, the rough and tough human fighter. I am out to recover the codex, which I have found out that the Black Spider is one of those ways that I'll be able to do that. And I am working with my partner, who is the drow rogue, and I am not sure that they deserve the reward here, so I'm out to betray them if I can.
Yeah, exactly. The killing the Black Spider is just a convenient opportunity. You're really after the Codex Arachnia, which is this rare book somewhere in this lair, and why split the reward, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. So that is your and the rogue's little secret about the book.
Yes.
All right. And then finally, we have the wizard. Hannah, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi. I'm Hannah, and my YouTube channel is Feywild Fiend. I am playing the wizard, Eris, and I follow Lolith, the demon queen of spiders, but I keep that hush-hush because people just wouldn't understand, But soon you will all know the greatness of the Spider Queen. So I share like the points I'm trying to gather, my motivations?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So I have the madness of Lolith. So to show the queen reverence. I must consume her likeness. She is always watching, aka I need to eat a pound of spider eggs or flesh to win this point. Delicious. Visions granted. I have the Codex Arachnia, and I need to get another player to read it for that point. And then I need to kill the black spider. So the drow that we are after, I seek her death, not her vengeance, her death.
Yeah. You think the black spider is a failure for not being able to capture the lost mine.
It's
and
pathetic.
The demon queen is ashamed of her and she deserves to die.
And I agree completely.
Yeah. And the demon queen Loloth, she gave you a vision in your mind of this book that's somewhere in here. And you believe that helping convincing someone else to read it is what your queen desires.
Yes, of course.
Awesome. So everyone else is just pretty much a sucker here. You hired them to, you got along with this gang to sort of go in there and get this book secretly.
I mean, I'm not going to say that in front of them, but
yeah. All right. So everyone, earphones on. All right. So crew, you guys all got hired. We got the gang together and you are off to kill the black spider. We are going to start off with a little bit of box text. Maybe I can, give me 1 second. I think I can try to find some music. It
seems to be getting spooky, Greta.
Yeah.
In these Neverwinter woods.
All right. Hopefully this is not going to cause a terrible echo. Hopefully we are smarter than the computer. If it's really messed up, chat, please tell me and we will switch things out. All right. We're going to start off with a little bit of box text and then we're going to go for it. Okay. All right. It was a dark and stormy night. The wind howls low and the rain falls in stinging sheets. The night envelops you. You snuffed your torches 100 paces back before slipping up a low hill deep in the Neverwinter woods. On your bellies, drenched and muddy, you peer down at a shallow crag of exposed rock. Lightning flashes, revealing the black, jagged entrance to the cave. Thunder rolls, then lightning strikes again. You see the bolt reflected in 8 gleaming eyes. A spider. Its body the size of a hog, legs like broomsticks, and from its fangs, long as knives, venom drips, melding with the rain. What do you do?
Oh, get back, everybody. What is this foul creature?
It is just a spider. Just chill out.
Does it seem like it sees us?
Its eyes are sort of, they don't have pupils, right? So you really can't tell which direction it's looking. And it's, 300 feet away still.
Okay, so it's still pretty far.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like we're getting close to our destination.
Do we know anything about this location and why the spiders would be here?
The person you're after is a drow. She calls herself the Black Spider. It seems to click.
Gotcha. I say we try and go around. I don't have any business with these spiders. Not unless they have any gold for us. Just because one person's got a nickname doesn't mean we should be messing with these bouts.
That's actually a pretty good idea. I agree with you.
I'm fine to sneak around.
I love to sneak.
All right. So go ahead and make some dexterity stealth checks to try to sneak down and get the jump on the spider.
This is going to be embarrassing. 6. I trudged through the mud and the rain and
all right. That's one failure.
Yeah, step on every twig and kick every branch that I can, kick rocks into the tree roots. You can hear me sloshing about in the ring of my chainmail.
Yeah, and it's got to be really bad because the rain's coming down really heavy, so you really made an ass of yourself there.
Yeah, I'm right behind him. Same thing. Loud as can be. Rolled a 5. It's not quiet from us.
Greta, quiet. The spiders will sense us.
No, you be quiet. It's clearly you making the noise, she says loudly.
I
Okay.
rolled a 13, so I'm just doing okay.
True to
Alright.
being the rogue in the party, I got a 27. So Lysander is like the other side of the canyon, looking around. Where'd everybody go?
Yeah, he's like disappeared. Where'd he go? He was
All right,
right
so
here.
Lysander, how are you positioned that the spider does not see you above the cave entrance?
Okay, so we are coming down off of a low rise towards the canyon, and it's kind of like positioned in the mouth of this canyon thing.
Yes.
Okay,
It's
so
more like a narrow ravine. You're in the middle of the woods.
gotcha. So they're all making a lot of noise. So Lysander is purposefully going to the side of that, hoping that their kind of maneuvering is going to capture its attention, so it'll allow him to kind of slip up close to the spider before it notices him.
Awesome. And so how do you distract the spider to allow your other friends to sneak up with their failures?
Yes, I am going to cast my memory back to Underdark Primary School when we had cantrip day and we learned dancing lights. So he's going to move a couple fingers along and try to cast little orbs of dancing light on the opposite side of the ravine to where that we're coming from.
All right, the bright light catches the spider's eyes, and it scuttles around that direction, allowing everyone else to get into position. So if you want to strike now, you'll have surprise on the spider, or you have an opportunity to sneak into the cavern.
I'd like to sneak into the cavern.
All right.
I think I got my boot stuck in the mud. You guys go ahead. I'm just gonna hang back and get my, as I continue making noise and pull my foot out of the muck.
All right. So Lysander, Greta, and Eris, go ahead and make another stealth check.
I believe in us.
Yes.
18.
18.
All right, there
Hey.
you go, right? And so again, as the spider is being hypnotized, almost drawn towards the dancing lights, you manage to climb down the exposed rock face and scoot into the cave. You only get, 10 feet in before the ground gets not just slick from the rain anymore, but sticky, right? You notice first, you're not having trouble balancing at all. In fact, you're having trouble lifting your legs up. And then you walk right into a curtain of web. Ulf is still outside.
Oh yeah. I think by this point I realized that they've completely abandoned me and followed my instructions dutifully. So I'll unstick my foot and just trudge right into the mouth of the cave right as they're hitting the web.
Okay. So I suppose as you do that, the spider turns about and sees you, right? Do you want to try to race him into the cave? Is that what you're trying to do?
I mean, sure, that'll be fun with my terrible movement speed.
Yeah, so you're running up against the spider and he quickly gains on you, right? You have a chance to make a diving acrobatics roll into the wall, but it looks like the spider's probably gonna get one strike at your thigh in the process.
That sounds good.
All right, so go ahead and try to make a dexterity acrobatics check. As I get out my D20 for the first roll of the night, possibly.
That's gonna be an 18.
So you get in mostly, right?
Right.
Somehow, your little dwarf body manages to get in there. You get past the head, you get past the shoulders, you angle yourself correctly, but the gut gets stuck. Yeah, you can pull up your knees, try to wiggle in with a little bit of momentum, but the spider is going to get one passing strike at your feet with disadvantage.
Okay.
What's your AC?
18. My gut, I can't. Somebody help pull me in.
Am I able to help him or am I stuck?
You're able to walk back in and help him. If you're still
Okay.
by the entrance, right? You can go back there and give him a big old yank. And as you yank him, the spider misses its attack.
Nice.
Oh, thank you, Eris. Ugh, the thing is disgusting.
Yeah, well, it's a spider, right? So you can its legs are starting to shut through the narrow cave door, trying to get at you. right? It's shooting like little like bits of web at your feet. You can back up a little bit, but the curtain is fast approaching and the spider is still trying to break through.
Can I hack at the curtain? Or is there a way to go around it? I want to look for a way so that we can get further once they reach up with us.
Yes, you do like a walk slash thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you're doing that, you get the sense that the cave just keeps going and going and going for a while, right? Eventually you reach a wall that sort of bowls back in, but in order to progress, you're gonna have to find a way to either push, cut, something to get your way through these webs. All right. So everyone else has probably like one more chance to do something before the spider gets its way in.
I will look around at the web. Does it look like it's intact enough that I can use thaumaturgy to just rattle the webs loose and clear the way?
The webs are exceedingly thick here.
Okay.
So if I were to cast Firebolt at it,
Mm-hmm.
do I feel like that could put a dent in it, start to fizzle it away? Or like, how thick is this thing?
Yeah, Firebolt would definitely burn it a little bit. They're susceptible to fire damage. So that's what you want to do, just whip one out.
Yeah, I'll whip one out.
All right. So yeah, so go ahead and your attack automatically hits and just roll for your Firebolt damage.
Okay. Okay. Luckily, I have a spell scroll on which I copied all of my spells and all of their damages.
Amazing.
So this will be a
That is
1d10.
awesome.
Thank you. 7 fire damage to the web.
Oh, it really is a scroll. It's sick.
Thank you.
All right, so your fireball like burns a hole through, and along with Greta's slicing motion, you're starting to carve something of a passage into the larger canyon beyond. Like you see the webs are getting a bit thinner, but at this point your dark vision is kind of failing. You're relying on the light of the fireball to sort of judge distance before it fizzles out. All right. Lysander, do you have anything you want to do? Because the spider is just about to break through.
Yeah, so as they're kind of cutting through, because all of Lysander's things are pokey and not slashy or flames, he's going to kind of post up with his hand crossbow and aim into where the spider's going to come from, just in case that it comes through before they're done clearing a path. Just try to like get one good shot on it to kind of take it out, hopefully.
All right, cool. So let's go ahead and roll initiative as the spider breaks through.
I am in 4.
All right, 4 for Ulf,
13 for Greta.
13 for Greta.
I am trying to find my initiative bonus.
Dexterity.
If I have one. Dexterity. Oh, I knew that.
My bad. I'm a 12.
21.
Oh, nice. And then Rogue.
I rolled bad. I only got a 6.
All right. So
Scared.
Eris, as you let go of your firebolt, you turn back around your shoulder and you see the spider, its middle section has just popped through the crack in the wall and is launching itself at Lysander. What are you doing?
Unfortunate. I'm going to attack it. I'll do another firebolt, I guess, and see how much damage that does.
Okay.
So that is a nat 20.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Double damage.
Plus 6.
Oh.
So let's see. That's a D10. 2 doubled. 4 damage then.
All right. So not exactly the best critical hit, but you knocked out one of its eyes.
I'm a dreamer.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Cool.
Oh, it's chased us in here, and now it smells like roast spider.
All right. So before you get a chance to act, right, you're sort of turning around, your sword's still at the ready, but the spider is already launching its way at Lysander.
Oh no.
Its fangs jump up, its long legs try to pin your shoulders to the ground as it goes in for a bite. and a 24 hits you.
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome. So the spider does 8 points of piercing damage plus 9 points of poison damage. And
Okay.
so as the venom finds its mark, right along your collarbone, you can see the veins popping out and turning purple. You need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Rogues are famously good at Constitution saving throws.
You can do it.
That one.
Oh, snap.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Ain't that just the way? It's okay.
All right. So you gained the poison condition, right? And while you're poisoned in this way, you're also paralyzed. So you see the rogue just completely seize up and fall back. And the spider leans back to strike again. Greta, what are you going to do?
I am going to go forward and try and slash this thing.
All right. So you take 2 big bounding steps over. Go for it.
All right. So I'll be using my long sword. That one.
All right. So how did you critically fail? Tell me.
Oh, that's a good question. I'm assuming that, I'm turning with confidence and I go, but my sword probably gets stuck in some of the webs that I wasn't expecting and it kind of distracts me. And so instead, I'm like trying to slash my way out over there and not making much progress.
Yeah, it's trying to to slash through a big rubbery rope, like whoosh, it yards your hand and wrist right back. All right, so after Greta, who hasn't gone?
that's me.
Ulf. Nope. Someone else. Who wrote a
Oh,
6? Lysander?
That's
Oh yeah, but
me.
you're paralyzed.
So I'm
Sorry.
paralyzed.
Yep. All right. So Ulf, you're up.
By almost hammer begone, you foul creature! And I trudge up with my little stumpy dwarf legs and croquet ball this thing with a natural 20 to do 2 damage with my warhammer. Oh, excuse me, 4 damage with my warhammer, but it's doubled on the dice, so that's a total of another terrible critical hit for 6 damage.
Yeah, you folks are not really doing all that well, right? So again, it would have been maybe an epic smash, but you got your wrist caught right at the last minute and you sort of limp wrist it down on his head.
Terrible.
I've done this before.
All right. But still, this is enough racket for the spider to notice. It tries to roll Lysander onto his belly and starts to spin out some web over him. Eris, as the spider turns to face you, what are you doing?
I'm going to cast magic missile this time and actually spend a spell slot on this thing. So, gonna get 3 shots. First one is 16. And then 12.
Oh, magic missile always hits.
Oh, it always hits? Oh,
Yep.
wait. You're right. Never mind.
Yeah, you're just going to roll the damage.
We actually, our game this week, someone used it. So I literally knew that. All right. So the first 2, it's a D4 plus 1. So that's going to be 2, then 3 damage. So 5 total so far, and then another 5. So 10 damage total.
All right. And that will do the trick, right? The 3 darts that you shoot out, knock it right along its midsection, going straight through to the other side. Gore pours out of the holes and the spider collapses into a pile of twitching legs.
Nice.
Finally, this foul creature has met its end. Now, what of Lysander?
Oh, yes. We have to see how Lysander's doing. Greta is distracted, though. She's trying to get her sword out. She gets it out and she turns around and is all like, yes, what of him? Let's find out.
Yeah.
Assuming I'm
So-
still poisoned and paralyzed.
Yeah, so I'll just trudge over thunk 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 to his limp corpse. And
Covered in spider guts.
yeah, I guess I'll have to use a little bit of preserve life to get you back up. Of course, you seem to be paralyzed beyond my ability to restore your life to something that's meaningful. I guess we'll have to drag him. And I grab him by his hair and just start pulling him in deeper into the cave.
Surely, do I know enough about spiders or their venom to know if this paralysis is going to last very long?
You know, it will last about a minute, or you can bring him back up to full health. You can restore the that damage that was done.
Oh yeah, the preserve life I'll put him all the way back up. Just let me know how much HP you absorb doing that, Lysander.
I need 17 to be back up to health. That's
Wow.
how much damage
Okay.
that was done to me.
17 hit points it is.
I was down to 6.
Wow.
Brutal spider.
No, this is what happens when the rogue rolls low on initiative. You get cute.
While they're doing this, I'm going to go over to the spider and kneel down before it, and I'm going to start cutting a chunk of its flesh off its body, trying to get about a pound or so.
All right.
Appetizing.
Delicious.
Yeah, so while she is carving up the spider, what are the rest of you folks doing?
I'm gonna check my hand crossbow. I'm pretty sure it jammed. That's the reason why I didn't get a shot off. Surely.
Oh, good. You're awake. I don't have to drag you anymore.
That's for the best. Greta's gonna try and slash some more to get us through.
All right, so you keep going with the sword motion, right? And not a moment too soon, because with another flash of light, you can peek through the entrance of the cave, and it suddenly gets blackened out by another large body. You're about maybe 20 feet into the webbing, and you see maybe another 20 feet ahead of you. It breaks open a little bit.
Okay.
So just an open expanse in the cave?
Yes.
Okay.
And there's no light here, right?
Yeah, you're pretty much just going by feel.
Okay.
And as soon as you get deep in the webbing, whatever light came in by the lightning is out.
Okay. I think Greta's gonna try and light a torch, which she'll maybe try and use for the webbing as well to speed up the process.
Okay. So as you sort of light a torch to get a little bit better vision, you can see at your feet there are all sorts of cocoony mounds, right? Maybe shaped like an anthill, but filled with eggs the size of chicken eggs.
Stab
right?
it.
So as you stab it, right, the egg sort of collapses in on itself, releasing a noxious gas. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh man. Okay. Wait, that's on cock. Oh, okay. Con 19.
All right. So you pass the save, right? You manage to hold your breath long enough for the gas to disperse around you, and you manage to withstand the burning heat as the gas from the spider eggs explodes with your torch. But none of that matters to you. Who is behind you?
Oh, that's a good question.
I guess I can be.
All right, so go ahead. You have to make a dexterity saving throw to duck beneath this fireball.
I am killing these dexterity saves. I have a -1 modifier, but it is of no account because I rolled a 19.
Oh, well, there you go. All right, so you managed to get out of the way and take only half damage.
Oh, Greta!
Yeah, you
My
take 1 point of fire damage. As the fire spreads through the webbing, right, it comes out. In this picture here, you guys are sort of on the left side, right? And the webs keep burning deeper and deeper down into that tunnel. But along the way, and now with the light of the fire, you can see clearly, right? The spider on the other side tries to backtrack out back into the rain away from the fire. And you can see that you are in a large cavern. It goes down in one direction, pretty open for about 40, 50 feet before it swings hard right. But as the flame travels down, all of a sudden you hear a scream. And then again.
I think the noise cancellation software is muddling up this virtual tabletop. But it sounds like there's a terrible scream down there.
Terrifying.
I immediately cast Bless. I don't want to be caught off guard by more spiders.
Can we tell if it sounds animalistic or humanoid?
You can go ahead and make a wisdom perception check.
That is a D10. There's my D20. 13?
So it doesn't sound like a reptile. It doesn't sound like an insect. It's hard to say. A bird, a human?
That narrows it down.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it was, it sounds pretty muffled though. Like there's something between you and the source of the voice. And as you're puzzling this, again, you can like sort of hear that screaming as the fire burns down the hallway.
Oh, I guess let's go find out what that is.
Yeah.
Onward.
Okay, so running down the hallway, you take your time to avoid the unsteady floor, the sticky piles of web, whatever slick fungus might be growing. And eventually you come across where the fire sort of burning into like a bowl-shaped hollow in the cave. There is a pile of cocoons, some hanging from the ceiling, some on the floor, each of them, 6-7 feet long.
Now, Greta, don't touch them. They might explode again.
That's a good point. You touch them.
Oh, I can't. I only blessed all of you, not myself.
As the fire is burning, one of the cocoons that is just being tickled by the flame right now is the one screaming. It is wiggling.
Can get closer to investigate what it might be? I mean, I have a strong suspicion, but I don't want to be wrong. Before we cut it.
You see what's like a little bit of ears, elf ears popping out, a little bits of in the firelight. You can see little bits of hair are mixed with the web, and this whole cocoon, sort of strung up from the ceiling, is shaking back and forth violently.
Is it
other like three around are just sort of laying still being consumed by the fire?
So do I have a cloak or something that I can throw over one to try and put out the fire?
Yeah, though the webbing is pretty thin, so if you take off your cloak, it's pretty easy to direct the fire away from this wiggling cocoon with the elf ears.
Right. Is it within range for me to just hack it down with my hand axe?
Maybe not you, maybe someone taller.
I can try.
Do you need my axe?
I have my long sword.
As the short dwarf with the hand axe is no match for the tall bruiser human with a long sword, right? Like Greta got her job in the Thieves Guild for being the muscle, right? You're built like a linebacker, right?
Exactly.
Right. And so this thing falls to the ground with a sickening thud. And then you hear a soft moan.
I will try to carefully cut some of the webbing around the face part so that I can see who this is.
All right. So as you do you have your torch lit too?
Yeah.
Okay. So torch in one hand, knife in the other, you slightly cut underneath the web and it peels away to reveal a female elf face. Her eyes are gaunt and terrified, pupils wide with delirium. They don't retract when you bring the torch close. She looks at you, maybe a flicker of hope, maybe terror, maybe confusion, but she says, "Get me out."
Will do, I say as I continue to cut more of this.
Does she have any gold she can pay us for rescuing her with?
She hears that her mouth is open and she just screams, "You bastard!
Oh, fine. Let her out. Let her out. Let her out.
And her eyes sort of dart around from you to your companion, Eris. Just, and her. Oh,
Wait, she said in her, then what?
it's too late.
I'm
Say that
sorry,
again,
say
Zip.
one more time.
Yeah, she says she is begging Ulf to kill you before it's too late.
She is delirious.
What are you talking about? This is my friend. Oh, you mean the elf thing? Yeah. No, she's fine.
At this point, she just starts repeating that the spider is coming. The spiders are coming. Spiders coming soon. On the ceiling, upside down. You got to get out. Free me. Help them. Help them.
Who are we
she's
supposed to be
becoming more and more
helping?
impatient and starts cursing you out as her arms are still bound up in the cocoon.
Who are we supposed to be helping? Where is Black Spider? Where do we find Black Spider?
She doesn't give you any sensible answer to that, right? She tells like things like spiders are all around, they're coming. She just keeps repeating this over and again. But every time her eyes flicker over towards the other elf, right? Well, she sees Will, right? She is terrified of him, and she is also even more terrified of Eris, right?
Interesting.
Mhm. She starts talking about the spider elf, and then she starts talking about the evil murderous one, Eris. She doesn't know your name, but she says, you know, the elf.
Hmm.
I'm going to go over and kneel down and try to like pet her hair and say like, I mean you no harm.
She screams, "You're gonna eat me!
You're confused.
You're gonna eat me with her! With her!"
I'm going to stop cutting from the top down, and I'm just gonna cut her legs free and start helping her stand up.
Yeah, so as soon as she stands up, she tries to try to run away, right?
Okay, good
But
luck.
in her confusion, she runs further down the hall
No.
that you were traveling.
Oh.
Wrong way.
But she looks over, sees Eris, and starts to run further down that way, trying to get as far away from her as possible.
All right, well,
I don't even know her.
Maybe she'll trudge through some gold and we'll hear it clink before she trips and falls.
you can also set off any traps before we get there.
As you say that, the cocoons at your feet, right, have been slowly smoldering this whole time, suddenly burst open violently as one zombified arm reaches out, grabs you like right in your mid-thigh and scratches all the way down.
Ouch.
Uh,
Assuming
Well,
that's gonna
now.
do some damage.
No, unfortunately, it just bounces off your armor. Do you have like some like Xena warrior princess skirt, or like what's your thigh armor that protected you?
Oh, I'm fully covered. I feel like I've got I actually don't know what my
Sensible armor. Right.
armor is, but I'm
Those
leathered
warmer,
up.
sensible shoes.
Yeah, sensible.
Yeah.
All right. So the half burning rotted flesh arm scrapes harmlessly against your leathers, then collapses back into the ground. But another one bursts open right behind. Who's the lowest passive perception?
Probably not me. Out of
12.
14.
13.
Oh, maybe it's me.
15.
12. Me.
So yeah, another one bursts out right behind your other leg. And again, this one sorely misses, right? You manage to swat away the zombie arm. It scutters across the cavern floor.
Oh,
One
what's the
other cocoon
catch?
starts wiggling.
Oh, what
So
a
they're just
nuisance.
detached arms?
Right now, well, the arm kind of went dead after she lobbed it off.
Oh, so it's not like it's not like what is it, the thing from Adam's
Yeah,
Family?
no, like
Okay.
one arm like shot up from the cocoon. Now it's like back in the cocoon because it's on fire too much, and, like too much of the flesh has burned away. And
Gotcha.
the second one got lobbed off, and the third cocoon is writhing as the fire knits away at it or burns away at it.
It's gonna be burned. Let's just walk away from it.
We're just all like, nah.
Well, do I think it can
that's not-
follow?
I,
It gets loose.
I might stab on my way back or past it. Just
All right, so you just right in there, right? And the wiggling stops, right? As the fire burns away, you see another burnt out, rotted hunk of zombie.
All these zombies around here. This is getting more foul by the second, by Ogma's hammer, I swear.
we'll have to be
Repulsive.
careful. Yes, very.
All right. So there is another, the cavern continues for another 20 feet before making that sharp right turn. And then there's back the way you came. The fire is slowly dying out as the surrounding webs are sort of becoming less and less prominent.
That sharp turn is suspicious. I think Lysander will hug close to the walls and try to rogue forward a tiny bit just so that we don't walk into something by accident again.
Okay. So go ahead and do you have a torch or do you have a light source?
I have beautiful, wonderful, superior night vision.
Oh, that's right. You're a drow, of course. Right. So with your superior night vision, go ahead and make a wisdom perception check as you search for traps and hazards along this route.
The dirtiest 20.
Excellent. All right. So the path is smooth. The webbing is becoming less and less visible. The rocks are growing drier as you move further and further down too. As you round the bend, you see a soft flickering light that draws you closer. Walking forward, it opens up into the narrow passage opens up into another large cavern that splits off in a Y direction. From one leg of the Y, from one arm of the Y, you see a soft flickering light. And from the other side, the webs grow thick again and bars shoot up from the floor to the ceiling.
I
As
would
if it were-
prefer to follow the light.
When you say bars, you mean like as a portcullis gate, correct?
Kind of, yeah, but there's no like door frame.
Right.
This passage doesn't open from this side sort of situation.
Yeah, the bars stop. You can move a little bit closer into the room if you want to get a better look.
Not without them. Run back. I'll be like, it's mostly clear, a lot drier. More light, so you guys might be able to see.
Yeah, so you beg your crew in. You guys are sort of converged at the center of the Y, and off at the one arm, the bars are maybe an inch or two thick. They go from the stone floor up to about maybe 3 feet from the ceiling. There's like two natural sort of stalagmites growing from the ground that sort of form a barrier where these bars are blocking off.
What's behind the bars? Can we observe what's going on behind the bars?
You take another like 4 or 5 steps closer, and it looks like the cavern just goes on without some sort of a light down there or something to see. It's hard to make out.
Do we still have dancing lights running around here?
I could
I-
recast.
Oh, I didn't know that was. I have a torch that I was using for light, so.
If you want to get even closer with your torch down to examine the bars.
Yeah, I want to see if there's a way to get by the bars. This seems like the way we probably want to go.
All right, so you go down and down and down the passage. What your passive perception is 12.
Yeah.
So so with your eyes towards the bars, your hand raised with the torch, you start examining them down and then up again. And as your chin is just about to the ceiling, you feel the ground give out underneath your feet.
All right.
Plunge down 20 feet into a pit of razor rock.
Ooh, okay.
Let me get out a D6 here and roll some falling damage for you.
Ooh.
Yeah, 5 points of fall damage.
All right.
And then
Oh no.
another 6 points of piercing damage from the razor rock at the bottom of the pit.
Okay.
And then above you, you hear a thunk. Holding up with your torch, the cavern shuts above you.
Oh, okay. Well, love this for me. This is great.
Wait, where did our torchlight? I mean, where did Greta go?
Yeah, from your point of view, she walks over there. You see like the torch like out of your periphery, and then just snuffs out.
Oh. I'll run over and light a torch of my own and try to see where our friend has disappeared.
All right, so you can go. What's your passive perception?
13.
All right. So the same sort of thing happens to you. You start looking around. Because, right, you didn't like see her actually disappear, did you? Like, did you see her fall, or did you just sort of like know that she's gone?
Well, I would have been watching her go down the hallway, but I guess that depends on what you think I could see.
Okay. So yeah, if you were watching her go down the hallway, you can stop just a little short of where the trap door might have been, right? Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw, like as you're like caught on your tiptoe.
Yeah.
Make sure you do that with a D4 added for bless.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. Well, that's already a 21. 22.
All right. So yeah, your nimble elf legs allow you to take a few quick steps back. And as you, for a brief second, you see Greta at the bottom of this pit, right? Maybe brushing herself off, the torch down there illuminating. And then behind her in the torchlight, you see two huge glistening orbs. And then a long segmented body with 1,000 small legs.
I'll yell down, "Look out, Greta! Behind you!"
And Greta looks up behind her and comes face to face with a carrion crawler.
Oh, jeez.
All right, let's roll initiative.
It was nice knowing you for this short time. Okay.
Ulf is 12.
I got a 2.
Oh no.
I mean,
Oh, don't
9.
worry. The thing got a 4. It's okay.
18.
All right. And that leaves Hannah. What Eris get?
Oh, I got a 9.
9. Okay. All right. So Lysander, right? You hear like a yelp from down the hole as they realize what sort of monstrosity is down there with them. What are you going to do to help from your position in the center of the Y?
I'm going to go ahead and try to rush on over there using actions that are some would describe as cunning. I would going to bonus action dash to get right to the mouth of this trap door, and then I fixed the hand crossbow. It is going to work this time. I'm going to aim it down and fire at this creature that has not acted yet in combat.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's correct.
Therefore, I have advantage on it.
Yeah.
nice.
And because of the fact that I may be an assassin of sorts, if I do hit, it is an automatic critical.
It has AC
One thing
13.
I'm really good at. Yes, that will. Yes, that is a. Goodness gracious. 21.
Yeah. Smash. Go ahead and do some assassin critical damage.
Assassin critical damage with sneak attack. Now you want me to roll once and then double it? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. I think that's probably faster.
Yeah, that makes sense. 22 total points of damage.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, so your crossbow bolt goes right into its throat and comes out the back of its brain, right? And the light of the torch, like blackish ooze, just splurts out onto the walls of the pit. It twitches all the way down its long, twisty tail, sort of does a spiral in pain.
Fixed my
All right.
crossbow.
After Lysander, Ulf, you were probably, where were you at the start of this combat, you think?
I was probably right on the precipice.
Okay. Cool. So what are you going to do?
Is
The
this
carrier
thing-
crawler is down there about to strike at Greta.
Okay, I am going to say, Biogma's hammer, and swan dive through the hole. As I'm going down, I will cast Sacred Flame on the creature, and then apparate a spiritual hammer behind the creature, attacking with a 4 for 8 damage.
All
Or
right.
14 for 8 damage. Does 14 hit?
Beautiful. It was not quite the beautiful hit that you were after with AC 13. You hit with a 14, but
Right.
it works. It works. So just after you fall, the stone door swings back shut above you. So you're both trapped down there in the dark.
What
and
about
you
the
took
Sacred
5
Flame?
fall damage from the, your people's hammer.
The People's Hammer. How did the Sacred Flame go?
It has to make a save. That's right.
Yep.
7, 8 fail.
Nice.
Excellent. So that will be an additional 1 damage.
Right. Sacred Flame just barely got through the swinging shut.
Also, there is a torch down here, right? So there is light.
Yeah, there's a little bit of light. You can sort of see what's going on. You see there's razor rock all around, so it's going to be painful to move. Yeah, it's your turn. So you see the thing behind you still twisting in agony as half its brain is splattered around, but still looking for a hungry meal. And you see the hole in the wall that it scurried from.
My turn?
Yes, your turn.
Okay, yeah, I will. I turn around fully and I will swing my long sword at it. And that seems, from what I can see, that's the only way out, right? Is the hole that it's come through.
The hole has come through, or you can find a way to trigger the ceiling again.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna swing at it.
All right.
Plus, maybe. Oh, yeah. 14 to hit.
Okay.
And then I haven't hit anything yet. Oops, sorry. And that is not the best. 7 damage.
All right.
Slashing.
Yeah, so you got one solid hit on it, right? You lob off a couple of its legs and leave a large slashing wound on it. From the light of your torch, the black sort of turns to green as it falls into the cracks between the razor rock. You sort of get on your heels again and wince a little bit, knowing that any movement is really going to cut you up. All right. So it was Hannah's turn. Come back.
So sorry, my cat was eating tape, and I.
Oh no!
Oh,
He loves to consume it fully, so I had to go grab that from him.
No, good call.
Yeah.
You're up though.
Perfect. So if I stomp on this thing, can I get it to swing up so I can shoot off a spell?
Yeah, go ahead and make a strength check to try to do that real quick.
Yeah. That'll be a 6, thank you.
Yeah, so not quite enough, right?
Fair. So would that be my action?
That was
bonus
just for free.
action?
You can spend an action, sort of
Oh,
like jump on it
perfect.
and try to jump back real fast. I'll let that be an action.
Well, don't know that I can do much to help. I'm just going to jump through and try to, not super damage myself when I land. I'm going to try to be mindful about the landing, but I'll just go through it and
All right. Yeah, go ahead and make
Shoot
a
a fire
dexterity
spell.
acrobatics check to try to gracefully land.
I'm not horrible at that. Well, unless I roll a natural 1, and then I'm pretty horrible at that.
All right. So you take 9 points of damage as you fall on the razor rock and roll into the corner of the room, away from where the fighting is. All right. And then finally, Greta, you get to go, right?
I went though.
Oh, you already went? I must
Yeah.
have got this mixed up a little bit. Lysander, back up to you. Oh no, the carrion crawl gets to go. That's what
I was gonna say the creature hadn't. I mean, I'll
All right,
take.
my mistake. I said before I got mixed up. Okay. Monster's turn. Monster is going to eat you, Greta.
Yes, that makes sense.
Actually, no, it is going to run away. It is going to take the disengage action and then scoot back into its hole. It has dropped below half hit points, and you are all a bunch of formidable foes. So the hole is probably like about the size of its body. And so you can see he's taking up the whole thing as it goes down there. And you just see like its little tail still twitching and leaving a trail of bile behind it.
Was it close enough to Greta that she could get an opportunity attack on it?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh no, it took the disengage action.
Yeah, it did the disengage.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, it's a bug. Disengaging comes naturally to it. So it did this little maneuver and scurried away. Do you folks want to pursue it or leave it be?
I probably lead off with my aggressive plummet.
Is it close enough to where I can shoot my spiritual warhammer into the hole to give it one last whack?
Well, Lysander, what do you think?
I'm at the top here. I'm imagining if I have to look down through the pit and then it's crawling into another hole, I don't know if I'd have a clean shot from where I'm at.
You can't. Oh, and the door swung shut by now, so you really can't do anything anyway.
Right.
All right, yeah. So go ahead, try to get another hit off, Ulf, with your spiritual weapon.
See what happens here. A 22 to hit for 5 damage.
All right, so 5 damage is not quite enough to off it.
Dang. That is a bonus action, so I'll see if I can get a sacred flame off.
You can't because it's going to the tunnel, right? So it has like total cover from above.
Okay.
That's fair.
Anything else you want to try to do? You can yell at it, throw a rock, something.
I mean, I can taunt it with dwarven curse words that are too R-rated for your audience.
Yeah, so the cursing goes off well.
Excellent.
All right, and then Greta, do you want to do anything else? Eris, you have to sort of take your whole turn to sort of get off of those rocks. You can maybe see like a little bit of its tail. It had like 3/4 cover if you wanted to do something.
Me?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, both you and Greta, I guess.
Yeah, I'll shoot a firebolt at it, see if I can get it off.
All right, so go ahead and roll, and it's going to get +5 to its AC, so it's AC 18.
Ah! That's a natural 2 + 6, so I think it escapes my fury.
Yeah. All right, and then Greta, one last swing.
Yeah, I think she kind of tries to go after it and get a swing.
All right, so you take like 1-2 steps and try to put your torso into the hole.
Yeah.
Okay. Go for it, like a lunging thrust. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. Plus 15?
Yeah, that will hit.
All right. Okay. Oh, plus 8. 8. Oh, sorry, not 8. 7 damage.
Let's just say it's 8, okay? So with 8 damage, you managed to kill the carrion crawler, right? You stick your sword far enough, up it just stops moving, right? So now you have a dead bug in a tunnel.
Nice.
That's your body and arm length away.
I'll trudge up to Greta's feet and grab a hold of him and say, Greta, is there any gold in there? As I start trying to yank you back out of the hole.
I grabbed the bug to try and pull it out.
Okay. So let's see now. I'm gonna have the corpse of the bug make a Constitution check, and it fails, and the bug rips in half.
Oh no!
Yeah. So eventually the strain gives, right? Ulf pops you out of the hole, and you pop the tail of the bug.
Yuck.
Bug gut splatters everywhere. That didn't go the way I was planning. I'm gonna turn around and see if there seems to be another way out.
You can see the mechanism for the trap door above you. You can see where the gear and I guess lever part is, where you could pull down and open it up.
All right.
Or you can get shovel away at the corpse maybe and try to go into the hole.
I'm gonna try and do the lever.
Okay. So with a little bit of teamwork between the three of you trapped down there, you managed to get enough weight on either side to swing it half open. So Lysander, you were up on top. You see three of your friends down there with the trap door.
I'm gonna pull out my handy dandy thieves tools and see if I can do something to this mechanism to get it to stop doing the whole, automated trash can closing.
Yeah. So you reach into your thieves tools, you put a little wedge and hammer. Go ahead and make you can use dexterity or intelligence, whichever one you want with your thieves tools.
I'm gonna dex that. Yeah. Okay. That is a 21.
All right. So yeah, you right in the exact right position. And the door is stuck in the open spot.
All right.
So do we have I assume we have yes. We have a backpack with typical equipment that would heal.
Yep.
Oh, look at that. There's also a potion of healing.
I've got a rope in my pack.
Perfect.
It comes in handy. Classic for a reason.
Can you tie knots in it for Eris?
Sure. Yeah. I don't. She probably can climb a rope.
I'm quite confident.
Yeah.
Right.
Gosh, Ulf. Fine.
Feeling
a little bit of effort. You guys are still a new team, but eventually figure out how to get people out of a hole, right? If you were seasoned adventurers, this would be second nature, but
right. Well, yeah, we haven't
scrawny wizards over
haven't
here.
done enough team building exercises yet. Pondering synergy a lot.
Yeah, but this is now one of them. So the trapdoor is like maybe 6 inches away from the bars going up.
Okay. And now that we are right up next to the bars, they're stuck in there, right? There's no way around it or through it.
Well, you're on the other side of the trap door, because if you were like all the way on the other side, there's only like 6 inches of give, and you have to be like,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're a rogue. You could probably do it, but maybe not everybody.
Gotcha. Okay,
so specifically, while we were down in the pit, we did not see anything that operated the bars, like slid them into the floor or anything like that, correct?
No, the only mechanism you could see was for the trapdoor.
Okay.
What is the trapdoor made out of?
The top of it is made out of like thin slabs of slate. The bottom of it is made out of brass.
Ooh.
Not gold, much to Ulf's disappointment.
I thought it was gold.
Hey, brass is a useful material. It's pretty.
Well, I could get myself out, but I wouldn't be able to help others necessarily. Do we think if I was up top that my combined strength with Lysander's could help the rest of you get there?
Yeah. You know what? We'll just fast forward through the getting out of the whole bit, because eventually you folks will figure it out. Like it's one of those like goat and cat and grain puzzles, but eventually you get it.
So we're now at the top and we have to figure out how to get through the gate, or if we're going to go the other way.
Yes, there's about 6 inches of like exposed stone between the bar and the hole. And you're staying at the far side of the trapdoor that will still swing, because you only jammed up the one half of the mechanism.
Right.
Okay.
You could maybe get 1 foot on a stalactite or a stalagmite and jump and grab onto the bars. That might be possible.
How big around is this trap door? Is it like a 5 foot, or is this like a big trap door?
It's like 10 feet by 10 feet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. That's not as fun to get around.
At the narrowest part, you could probably squeeze up to the edge of it, and then get on a stalagmite. That's probably a 5 foot jump.
Okay. Well, just to kind of see as the bars are attached on the other side to the floor, just to see if is there any possible way that there is some kind of trick to it, or if this really truly is just a ginormous grate.
So go ahead and use your roguish perception to try to like look for these try to look for something that might be a trigger here. Or know for certain if they're just stuck in the ground.
Oof, I wish that was better. That would be a 13.
13. So yeah, they look, not only you can tell that they are pretty much fixed in place because they're also like caked with dust. In fact, all of the ground around the bars is not been disturbed.
This is not a passageway, as far as I can tell.
Should
I
we
guess-
return to the other path?
I think that's probably the best idea for now.
So yeah, just so you guys know, the bars are maybe like 2 inches apart and they go up maybe 12, 13 feet. And there's like a 3-foot gap between the end of them and the ceiling.
Are they sharp or pointed on the top?
They are spiky at the top.
Okay.
Decoratively spiky.
Ooh, fancy.
I think that's
Are they also made of brass?
Yes.
at least they're keeping the aesthetic on point here.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, Lysander, this is you recognize this. This is definitely a drow-ish architecture.
Yes, very homey, as much as anything in the Underdark is homey.
Yeah, you build your civilization and your cities deep in the bedrock where there's plenty of tin deposits to make the brass, right? Most gold's been long since gone, so you use the fake stuff. But after over time, it becomes something you appreciate.
Yeah, brass is nice. It's got my antimicrobial qualities to it, so.
Which is super important if you're not getting any UV light from the sun, you know?
Yes. Yeah, I suffer bad as a rogue.
Anyway, zoom back into fantasy.
Anyway, it's pretty. It's,
Lysander, thanks for the rope, and Eris, you're stronger with your little scrawny wizard arms than I thought. Good job getting out of the hole. And I start trudging over to the other side of the Y or the fork in the road, and just start listening, observing. Is there anything interesting that I need to, or that I can perceive?
The only thing you really perceive is like a flickering light down the other arm of the Y. It's the light is yellow.
The light is yellow, like torchlight yellow or eerie yellow?
Torchlight yellow.
Okay.
Amber is the color.
Shall we move on silent feet down this hallway?
We can try.
Of course.
Might have already made a bit of a disturbance.
Okay. So
We're
go ahead and make a group stealth check, I suppose, as you try to sneak down that other hallway.
I scuff my boots loudly down the hallway as I roll an 8.
Wow.
Exact same as I also roll an 8.
Yes. At least we're consistent.
I got an 18.
Okay. And Lysander?
23.
23.
Man, we're bringing y'all down.
All right. So, Ulf, you are in the lead, right?
Sure.
As you sort of sneak down the second arm of the hallway, as you move down it, you can tell it loops just a little bit. As you round the corner, the light gets a bit stronger. And so you saw there's a steady flickering from an open cavern just around this bend. You can sort of like half see it approaching, and unlike the rest of this cavern that you've seen so far, your dwarf eyes instantly pick up the sharp carved pillars that make up the doorway to what you assume is a chamber beyond.
Okay. With that, I'll give an absolutely uncanny and butchered version of Thieves' Cant of whatever I think. Hey, Lysander, would you go check out the door ahead? And it, of course, it makes absolutely no sense to Lysander.
Sausage?
Be sneaky.
roll?
Yeah, Ulf sounds like an adult trying to write like 90s kid slang.
Hello, kids. Yeah. I get. Yes, whatever you said. Sure.
Excellent.
And will. His best guess is probably there's something in there, and maybe we should sneak over and look at it. And so he's just going to kind of sneak up beside him to kind of peek at whatever he's looking at.
All right, so you get up to Ulf, you get to shoulder to shoulder with him, and then you take like a half step around to peer into the room beyond.
I love these visual aids, by the way.
Thank you. All right. Beyond this room, you see the source of the light is a stack of candles on a stone altar draped in purple cloth. On the center of the altar is a grimoire open, which seems to be squirming worms or tentacles pouring out from its spine. The candlelight is reflected in a large brass plaque just behind the book.
Of course.
In the corner of the room, as you sort of make your way over, you see the corpse of the woman you previously freed, a dagger into her heart.
That looks new. This is all a whole bunch of spookiness. Is any of it familiar to Underdark culture? Does this book look similar to something plot related, as it were?
It looks like a big spooky book on a point that says, "Look here, look here."
Yeah.
Am I over there?
You were following along stealthily, right? So you probably
Yeah.
get up right your shoulder to shoulder with Ulf now. Do you want to look around the corner?
Yeah.
So you see the same thing. You see the altar draped in purple cloth, the book, the candles, and the brass plaque behind it.
Okay. And is there anything else in this area, like this room?
There's probably some other like ceremonial items. There's like maybe some incense, maybe a brazier in the corner, something like that.
Okay.
A brazier, that's the right word.
Greta's gonna you know what? I don't think she would check for anything. She's gonna go over towards the buck and be like, well, this looks like something interesting. Maybe it'll lead us to where we need to go. Yeah. So she's gonna try and take the book.
Oh.
All right.
Before you, or as you're walking over there, can I throw a protection from good and evil on Greta?
Yeah, absolutely, right.
Okay.
That ominous feeling.
Yeah. This
I'd
just
like
doesn't
to-
sit right with me.
I'd like to follow
God.
closely.
All right. So as you two walk up, Tatiana, since your character is the first one there, you reach out and try to grab the book off the altar. You notice the plaque behind it. The engravings start to swirl and start to form words in a language you are familiar with.
Oh.
What's your character's mother tongue?
I'm not sure.
Well, you can just
German.
choose. Common? Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
She's
Yeah, so looking over the plaque rearranges itself to form letters in common. Your eyes are drawn to it. So do you read to yourself or do you read it aloud?
I will read it to myself first.
Okay. So this is what you read this into your head, right? But Ulf can't see it yet. Neither can Lysander. Eris is just walking up behind you. So want to go ahead and read that out loud? Or just for the audience's sake?
Yeah, okay. I think after quickly scanning through it, she actually reads it out loud. Because she's all like, huh? And so she goes, listen well, traveling stranger, read the book and bide the danger, or wonder till it drives you mad. What would have followed if you had?
Oh, what's behind us?
I will speak up and ask, may I look at it for a moment? And try and is this on the cover?
This is on the
Or is
brass
this-
plaque behind the book.
Yeah.
Yes. So the book is laying open. Can I try to look at the front cover and see if it says anything or depicts anything?
So as you reach out, like, Greta, did you actually touch the book? Were you that close to it, you think?
I was that close, but it sounds like I got distracted before I had a chance to actually touch it.
Okay. And so as your hands are like inches above it, Eris moves underneath it and tries to maneuver the book out from underneath you to read the cover. As you do so, inky black tentacles spring out from the spine and wrap around your wrist, burning you.
Uh-oh. Can I try and cut it? Like when I see that, like just be like, ah.
Yeah, so you do. You cut them right off. They disappear into clouds of smoke. But Eris still took 10 points of acid damage.
Ew.
Oh, geez.
Max
Okay,
amount.
so I am at 3 health currently.
Oh no.
3?
Yes.
Okay.
Potion of healing?
Do I have one?
I think we might all have one. I'm not sure. In
Somebody
your
has
equipment,
potions.
I'm
in your
still
equipment section.
I'm still distracted looking the other direction after the
Yes.
read aloud of what would have followed you.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking for the thing that followed us, unaware that
Follow.
you've been eaten by this acid.
Where did the tentacles come out exactly? Was it from the book or behind the book or?
It was from the book.
Oh.
Yeah, like they're like coming out of the spine of the book and they hit her.
Okay.
I'm going to hesitate, but say to
Greta?
Greta, yes. I was like, it's not Tatiana. I mean, it is, but it's not. And say to her, I may have heard of a text of this kind. I think it might actually benefit us if we were to read it, although in my present condition, I think it would be best if you did.
Okay. You're probably right. I'm gonna look down and see if there are stuff that I can read from the book itself.
All right. So 1 second, I'm going to send you a message in Discord.
All right. I got you open.
And while she's doing that, I'm going to take a potion of healing real quick.
Awesome.
I hear the clatter of the glass potion, and I turn around and look. Wait, what are you doing?
Yeah, so as Greta is deeply involved in this book, Ulf is sort of like staring out in the hallway behind you. Lysander, what are you doing?
Well, it was the book, and there was the plaque, and various accoutrements around. I think Lysander's going to be looking at all the other paraphernalia around to see, like, what the nature of this space is. I mean, it's obvious it's for the book, but, trying to glean any kind of clues based off of other context.
So you know that this is familiar with, has lots of signs to the demon spider queen. Pretty common stuff like pictures of her transforming spiders, stuff that's pretty common knowledge to you. And as you keep looking around, that riddle keeps repeating itself over and over again in your mind. Or wonder till it drives you mad what would have followed if you had. And you look back over and see Greta engrossed in the book and slowly putting it back down.
Oh, I'm going to grab it. I want to pick it up.
All right,
I
yeah. So
wanna
after
attempt.
reading the book, you can pick it up, you can close it, and the tentacles poof of smoke.
Okay, I'll bag it. All right. I think we'll be able to find the black spider.
It's a good read.
It's mostly gibberish.
Oh, what? Wait a minute. What'd you find? And I turn around and start trudging over. And also, what happened to your arms?
Yes, she probably is going to need some help. We should definitely heal our friend Eris here.
When I drank the health potion, the acid burns on my arms. that wound at least completely healed as I gained back exactly the 10 that I had missed. So I'm doing okay right now.
Okay, wonderful. Then we should probably get moving before any other problems happen.
Is there anything else, any other direction we could possibly go that's relatively obvious in this room?
No. All that's in this room is the various artifacts, the corpse of the woman you freed, or the female elf that you freed, and the altar.
Yeah,
and
she got
brass
stabbed
plaque.
with a knife. Yeah. Any clues on that?
Go ahead and make an investigation check, intelligence investigation.
18.
All right, you can tell by the angle it was most likely self-inflicted. And as you're mulling that over in your mind, you feel some other spike emerge as you repeat the rhyme again and again and again, or wonder till it drives you mad, and wonder till it drives you mad.
Greta.
And in doing so, I'm going to go ahead and send you a message in Discord, Will.
Nice.
Greta, do you mind if I look again at the text and read it myself?
I don't know if it's going to be helpful.
Perhaps I could decide that myself.
I don't really think that's the best idea, especially after you already were harmed. I'm pretty fortunate that I was able to close it without getting any damage myself. It seems best to just keep it closed for now until we can find out more about what the danger is inside of it.
Hearing this discourse, I'd like to cast detect. I'd like to cast detect good and evil.
All right, so casting detect good and evil, you instantly know that the book is deeply, deeply desecrated.
Okay, is
It's an
Greta
object of demonic power?
Is Greta also desecrated?
No, she's not yet. She's not desecrated.
Okay.
And in fact, in the way that being like harboring a spirit of a demon or anything like that.
Okay.
Well, I could detect any other magic that could potentially be in this room, but I would need about 10 minutes to do so. Are we in a hurry?
Are we?
I don't know. I think we're safe from the book for now, at least, and our only other objective is to find the black spider. So if this could help, maybe we should do it.
Sure. Well, I'll go ahead and spend 10 minutes then ritually casting Detect Magic.
I'll stay on watch at the entryway with my Warhammer drawn while you prepare herbs and burn incense for the ritual.
All right. So as you cast Detect Magic, 10 minutes pass. You hear a scurrying out in the hallway down at the base end of the Y, but it only lasts for a minute. You grip your Warhammer tight and then gradually let it go. When the spell is complete, a few objects glow in the room. Like even through her knapsack, you can see the power of the book with your Detect Magic. The cloth on the altar is also minor magic, and so are the incense burners.
What was magic besides the incense burners?
The cloth on the altar.
The cloth.
Mm-hmm.
So could I also get their School of Magic?
Maybe. So okay, so I don't know. The cloth is whatever thaumaturgy and prestidigitation are.
I believe
The incense is for
avocation.
conjuration.
Okay.
And
I'll
the
communicate
book
this.
is one of enchantment.
That's so fun.
Evil enchantment.
I don't like any of this. What are the incense dishes made of?
They are made of ceramic.
Mm.
They're not gold.
But they are
don't know.
magical.
I don't know if I missed this. Is there like a further passage from this room, or is this a dead end?
This is a dead end.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Well, we have one passage left.
Or
We
one
have
victim.
attempted it.
With no luck.
I just walk up to the cloth draped over the altar, and like a magician pulling a tablecloth out from a set table, I just rip the thing off and see what's underneath the altar.
So underneath the altar is a sunken depression.
Tuesday.
Yep. Lysander, I'm gonna stand back and watch the hallway.
Right, you know how like in Indiana Jones, like he takes the idol off and it sinks down? That was underneath the book.
That was underneath the book.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
We
underneath
must
the
have-
book, underneath the cloth.
Oh, maybe that opens the gate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cautiously go try and see if the gate's open.
All right, so going back up the Y, you do cautiously have to freeze for just a moment as you hear another scurrying of spider legs echoing down the cavern, but they stop. You move forward a few more steps down the hall of the Y, and you see that the bars are indeed down.
Come, guys! It looks like it's open for us.
Nice.
I grab the ceramic dishes and stuff them into pockets hidden behind my beard.
Okay.
I'm going to follow last behind everyone and start trying to secretly eat the bit of spider that I cut off earlier. Start to consume it without anyone noticing.
Right. So, Baron, you notice as Olaf puts the ceramic dishes into his thing, just as he steps out of the room, they do indeed turn to gold.
Yes.
Right, you feel like the weight start to push down on your beard pockets. You
Nice.
take inside and you see a glint from the torchlight.
Just
I-
braiding
I-
the pockets.
be happy to. Oh, go
All
ahead.
right, so Hannah, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check to try to secretly
is
eat
dex.
the spider flesh.
Come on. All right. Can I eat a whole pound of flesh without anyone noticing with a 15?
Yeah, absolutely. You're further enough behind. Everyone else is examining the bars and looking out for spiders.
I love how I made a joke when you cut that off and said, tasty. Apparently I was right on, right on the
It was a pound. A full-on triple cheeseburger level spider flesh hunk.
what?
Your girl's hungry. We've been traveling.
Mhm.
No snack breaks this whole time, and it's been raining.
I just don't need y'all judging me. Okay?
Fortunately, none of us saw, so
Yeah, no judgment.
no judgment.
So Eris takes one big swallow and then gets up to everyone else. You're still at the edge of the one thing that's going to swing down, but it's about 5 feet across, an easy leap. And then there's the clear passage. You can still see the holes in the ground where the bars were, and the tips of the spikes are still out, so you're going to have to be careful. But it looks like it might be an easy leap.
I take the purple cloth that was draped over the altar and
Mhm.
quickly tie a knot into it around like a cuff so it becomes a cape.
Awesome. So go ahead and make a strength or dexterity check, whichever one you want, to try to leap further across or avoid the spikes. And the cape gives you advantage.
The cape gives me advantage.
Whoa.
What?
Nice.
Right? Okay.
It is
I told you the cloth was
right?
magical.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Dirty
Uh,
20.
All right.
21, 30.
All right.
18.
All right.
Um,
Come on,
11.
Rogue.
Yeah, it was an 11. I rolled bad.
You know what? 11 is good enough to avoid the spikes, right? You hop over the 5 feet and do a little hop step above getting
Not
stuck toe.
graceful, but it'll do.
Mm-hmm. and you continue down the passage. So after a moment, the webs begin to grow thick again, and then all you notice that the cavern is starting to give way to flagstone, and the rough cavern walls are giving way to finely chiseled motif, friezes, and stonework.
I start just observing the stonework. Who made this stuff? What civilization of people made this cavern?
Okay, so you know it is drow, obviously, just because you're a dwarf and you have the stone cutting. But go ahead and roll with advantage to get more insight onto which particular type of drow.
17.
All right, so 17, you know it is of an order of priestesses. This particular style of angle stone is really only associated with the orders of people who devote themselves to Loloth. Not just like their earthly duties, but their very souls and bodies as well.
I think we've entered a Lolth cult area.
A super Lolth cult. Only for those to go the last full measure in devotion of the Spider Queen.
Like the Lolth fundamentalists.
Yes. All right.
Troubling.
So do you want to press on?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So you press deeper and deeper, and eventually you come to a long bridge across a chasm.
The nightmare.
The chasm goes down, 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 and at the other side, the ceiling shoots up into a cathedral of stone. Stalactites going down 20, 25 feet, then back up. And all along the lower edge of the cavern, there are recesses with friezes and statues. And at the center, there is a great blue bonfire in one of the deeper pits. The base of the bonfire is obscured by some black mass.
This cost a lot of gold to build.
I'm assuming this is all very Lolth energy. Be careful. And Lysander's going to cautiously go near the bridge, just make sure it's not booby trapped in any way, since we've already run into one before where we just fell through a big old pit. A little bit more cautious with the enormous pit.
All right, are you going to use? Oh, you have superior dark vision, so go ahead and make a wisdom perception check.
All right, as a nat one.
Yeah, so it's rocks and a big hole.
It's probably fine. In fact, I am convinced it is fine.
Maybe you are too distracted by that riddle that is running through your mind, or wonder till it drives you mad what would have followed if you had.
Yeah, I'm going to be muttering that over and over. It's going to just sound like I'm doing like spoken poetry to myself. It's off-putting to everyone involved.
I'm going to approach Lysander and hand on his shoulder, speak quietly just to him. I worry that Greta has the book and won't let us see it. You are quite adept at, taking hold of things without people noticing. Do you think you could slip it out of her bag without her notice?
It's helpful. I mean, she did say it would help us find the black spider. That seems reasonable, but she hasn't said much beyond that.
I would like to know the knowledge in it that might help us. And it seems you would too.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was about to mumble, so.
Oh, okay. Have we traveled a short enough time to where my Detect Evil and Good is still active?
In the last 10 minutes?
I think so, yeah.
Let's say you got about another minute left before it pops.
Okay. I just kind
So
of...
that would...
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was about to say, like, same with Detect Magic would also be up for 10 minutes. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, yeah, you're fine. So yeah, I just scan the area. Is there anything of note that is ticking off my spider sense here?
Not within
Pun
range,
intended.
right? You probably have to cross the bridge to really get to the central Coliseum amphitheater area.
That's fine. I can do that.
All right, so as you start crossing the bridge, you notice that it is lined with gold strips.
Ooh.
It's right there in the name with Glitterbeard. I get it.
Is it like, describe the gold strips? Are we talking like filigree? Like, is it molten poured in there, or is it like hammered strips that I could take my hand axe and like cut it and start peeling it off the epoxy or the mortar? Like, how does this look? Like, is it bolted down? Can I take it?
Yes, you can take it by making a lot of noise.
Heck yeah, let's start making noise.
I'm going to approach him quickly and say, if we kill the black spider, perhaps we have all the time in the world to take this for our own.
But if we have to run away from the black spider, we'll at least have the gold if we take it now.
And the gold in your beard.
Yes, but I already have that.
I'm going to keep moving forward and pat him on the back while I do.
At least let me get like 5 feet of it. And I just start hacking it into like lengths of tape, gold tape that are 1 foot long. And I just, until the entire crew gets across the bridge, I'm just stuck in the middle of the bridge doing that.
Yeah, well, luckily you're in a huge cavern that echoes tremendously.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
No way out.
And as you guys are walking across the bridge, that horrible thud, 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 thud behind you, the figure in front of the fire begins to stir.
Oof, please.
This might as well happen.
What? I'm getting the gold filigree.
Oh, that's
Well,
not the only thing we're getting.
We may get filigreed ourselves, so.
So, getting closer, you can see in the recesses, there are 8 of them, total 4 on each side, and then a second layer on top. The second layer on top are filled with statues, but the ones at the bottom are filled with giant orbs.
Orbs.
What do you,
Yeah, each the size of a barrel.
like magic orbs? Are they made of a substance?
The rogue our drow rogue can tell that they are the eggs of giant spiders.
Okay, so eggs, not the pondering kind of orbs. The big.
Could be both.
That's not fantastic. Yeah, I don't like that. We might want to do something about those orbs, those eggs. Those are spider orb bad.
Yeah, and so as you're peering at the orbs, your eyes go like around the room and then cross again in front of the blue flame, where this figure emerges, starts rising off the ground on 8 long legs. And then it turns before you, and the torso of a woman rises up.
Your vision.
It is she,
Yeah,
the black spider.
yeah. The foul drow has been transformed into a drider. And as she turns to look at you, a hissing voice fills the entire cavern, echoing many times after itself. You will purify yourself by pain again, again, again. Redeem yourself by pain again, again, again. And you see the lips on the black spider move as she says, "Yes, my lady. Then I will eat." Let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
I'm gonna give myself disadvantage on initiative since I'm just so absorbed with hammering at the gold.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
7.
7 for Eris.
Yes.
All right.
8 for Greta.
8 for Greta.
Dirty 20.
Oh, that's nice. 20 for Lysander. And Ulf.
I'm in 2.
Nice.
Oh, man.
All right, so Lysander got a 20. But the black spider got a 21.
Ooh.
Ooh.
All right, so Lysander and Eris were both sort of the closest part to the cathedral area, right? Looking at the spider eggs.
Absolutely. The squishiest of us all.
Yeah. So at the top of the round, or let's say she's gonna get her turn first, right? And she's going to run up. She sees you, Lysander. She sees that you are a fellow drow, so she's going to assume that you are on her side, at least momentarily.
Sure.
She sees you, Greta, briefly makes eye contact, then scurries past you over to Hannah, over to Eris, right?
You'd think it was personal.
Mm-hmm. She looks right at you, sort of smiles and nods again, and then moves over the bridge towards Olaf.
Oh.
She's going to use her dash action to go towards the bridge. She can't quite get all the way there with her by dashing. So yeah, that's all she's able to do, right? She goes right past you and is halfway across the bridge, almost to where Ulf is. And at this point, at initiative count 20, one of the eggs cracks open and a giant spider pops out.
Very cool.
All right. So Lysander, you were on the cathedral platform.
Yes.
A giant spider just popped out of the egg that was next to you.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw the black spider scurry past Greta and Eris to go over to the dwarf on the bridge.
Okay. All right. Lysander, when the spider popped out of the egg, that was not part of that spider's turn, right?
No, that's just something that happens on initiative count 20.
Okay. Lysander is going to shoot that spider. Unless it's like right next to him.
Yeah, you can shoot him. That's fine. Yeah.
All right, because it has not acted yet in combat. We'll get and assassinate.
Oh yeah, good call, buddy.
If nothing else, I get to use it at least a second time, and that is a natural 20. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That crit, yeah.
It's fine. I'll know that it's a double crit. 6, 9, 18, 23 points of crossbow damage.
All right, that explodes the spider in a single hit.
Excellent.
Right, boom, right through the medulla oblongata.
So
I don't think spiders have, but anyway.
In this wonderful theater that is the mind, Eris and Lysander are on the main kind of area where the Drider was. And then there is the big old Bridge of Doom with all of the gold. And Ulf was picking gold, and now there's a Drider near him. Is Greta on the side of the bridge closer to Eris and me, or closer to Ulf?
Closer to you two, right?
Okay.
I think so, yeah. I'm in between Ulf and them.
Yeah, because the black spider walked past you on its way to Ulf.
Yeah.
Okay. So Lysander is going to move closer to Greta. And then I'm trying to double check here about my wonderful beautiful cunning action. I think sleight of hand counts as a bonus action for cunning action, but I think that might just be for.
Yeah, let's just do it. Use an object, sure, why not?
I'm going to try to in this combat, there's a huge driver thing and there's coliseums, and I imagine this is all very distracting for someone with a passive perception of 12. So he's going to use the moment to try to swipe the book.
All right, go ahead and make a dexterity sleight of hand check versus Greta's passive perception is a 13.
12.
It's okay. That is a 18.
Woo! So quickly underneath your cloak, he cuts that part of the knapsack off and sticks it into his own.
Got the book.
All right. And the book doesn't do anything?
No, it was inside your knapsack. Okay. So that was Lysander's turn. The spider is dead. Greta, you're up. The Lysander's behind you, readjusting his gear. The black spider's in front of you, and Eris is beside you. Ulf is on his hands and knees, about to turn his head up and see the Drider looming above him.
Okay. And then, yeah, I didn't notice this happening. So I'm assuming that I still have the buck, which means I'm going to go towards the drow and Ulf, and I'm going to do a help action.
Who are you going to help?
The drow.
So you're going to help the spider attack on Ulf's on its turn. Excellent. So you yell at something distracting. Ulf looks at you as the spider rears back its legs and attempts to push him into the chasm.
Oh, and I'm gonna by the way, when I do this, I'm going to say I was wrong. I was wrong, my lady. You deserve to live, and aid her.
All right. Eris, as Greta steps ahead of you, you hear her shout out those words. How do you react?
Actually, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do I still have that feeling though?
Yeah, it's in your mind.
Okay, just making sure.
So does she step away from me? I can get a swipe at her?
She's 2 or 3 feet ahead of you now. You can maybe run up and get her in the back, but you don't get an opportunity attack.
Okay, what I'm gonna do actually, I'm going to do poison spray and try to get her and the black spider.
Oh, nice.
So that is need to make a Constitution saving throw, both of them. Spell save DC is 14.
All right, the spider makes it.
No.
Oh, what? Constitution?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. 19. Oh, sorry. 21.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't say anything about half damage on a fail, so because it's just a cantrip. Oh, worth a shot. Okay. Boiled again.
All right. So you're still sort of on the middle in the platform area. Do you want to stay there, or do you want to move on to the bridge?
I'm not going to try to be too close to either of them. I'm going to move back if I can do so safely.
All right, so you take 2 or 3 steps back, and you're shoulder to shoulder with Lysander. Okay. So after Eris, Ulf, you are on your knees, little mining hammer out and picking one hand. The Drider is rearing his legs, and Greta is trying to say something very important to you.
Wait, what is this nonsense? Oh my gosh! And I throw a hand up to try and cast Guiding Bolt, and roll an abysmal 6 on the spell attack.
Yeah, it just shoots off into the ceiling.
A bolt of radiant light goes sailing through the chasm complex, illuminating things like some sort of lightning bolt as it shoots off. in an errant direction. As I'm on my hands and knees, I guess I'll stand up and draw my Warhammer proper.
All right. So as you do that, your guiding bolt goes off, like I said, illuminating the ceiling, but also in contrast, making you aware of just how dark the chasm below you is.
Excellent.
21, the Drider's turn, reaches up to you and just attempts to shove you off.
Cool.
Oh my.
Let's
Go
go.
ahead and make a contested strength check.
Heck yeah.
19.
Dirty.
Oh!
Oh my gosh.
Hours.
Yeah. So, and that is its turn. That was its action. So it
Heck
ran
yeah.
up, boof, try to do that. And just for good measure, it's actually going to try to run. No, it's not going to do that. Never mind. So that's the Drider's turn. At initiative count 20, a second spider egg hatches, and it walks out onto the platform. Maybe about 10, 20 feet behind Lysander and Eris. Lysander, you hear the egg cracking. You look back around. You see all knock the black spider off balance. What are you doing?
You know, that is a big old creature, but there's all kinds of stuff around it. That spider is new and has not acted in combat yet. And so, you know, that's what Lysander's going to do, because Ulf and what appears to be Greta during her villain phase is over there. So it's just me and Eris over here with giant spiders. So I'm going to shoot that giant spider. Yeah, that's a 20-something. 22.
Yeah, that will hit.
Also
And-
assassinate, so it's a another crit. Oh goodness.
Did you do more than 20?
Yeah. yes, I did. That is in fact a 26.
All right. So yeah, being a native of the Underdark, you have plenty of experience killing giant spiders, and it's all paying off. So you one shot a second one, saving everyone from that poison that got you earlier. Spider is dead. Greta, you are on the bridge, maybe 20 feet behind the black spider and Ulf.
Okay, yeah, I'm, again, next to the Spider Queen yelling out, "She shall live, she shall be fed." And again, we'll do a help action for her.
All right. So you stick out your legs to try to trip Ulf off. You say silly things to him to distract him.
You
all
too.
sorts of ways to try to catch him off guard so the spider can strike true. Eris, right? You see Greta getting up and trying to mess with Olaf.
Okay, I'm going to try to put her to sleep. I'm going to cast sleep on her. So 5d8 totals how many hit points of the creatures the spell can affect. I'm assuming she's within 20 feet. If not, I'll get closer to her.
Yes, you just walk to the edge of the bridge. No, you just roll the hit points, and if she has less hit points than that, then she's asleep.
Nice. How many do you have? So that is 4, 8, 14, math, 21, then I believe one more, 28. So
Yes.
do you have fewer than 28? Yes. Good night.
Yeah.
Ow.
So she falls asleep just halfway across the bridge.
Never seen sleep work out correctly before. This is great.
I know, it's a good thing I got the damage from the fall earlier, or else that wouldn't have been enough.
Oh, man. So does any of
Alright.
that carry over into the black spider, or do you have 28 hit points left?
Yeah, she's still awake though. Like
Okay.
you have to have a combined. I mean, unless you have like another 100 right there. So.
Oh, no shot. Just thought I'd ask.
Okay. So, Ulf, you are there just trying to stand up right now. You let off a guiding bolt. And again, Greta was trying to say something really important, but now she's asleep. So it's kind of confusing.
And she also tried to trip me.
Yeah.
So thank you, Eris. Is it my initiative?
Yes, here we go.
Okay. Taking a page from this extremely ugly spider woman with no beard. I will grab a hold of whatever looks like its front forearms and try and give it my own heave and roll the creature off the bridge.
It's only a large monstrosity. Yes, you can shove it. Awesome.
Heck yeah. No, that's not going to work with an 8.
Yeah, nat 20.
Oh,
She's staying.
I guess that's all I've got. Oh wait, no, I will
Bonus action.
I will bring about a spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
And I will whack it from behind for 4 damage.
Nice. You oh no, yeah. So yeah, you whack it from behind for 4 damage. She barely notices though.
Of course.
Classic.
Yeah, she's got a lot of hit points. This is why it's a team game. You guys got to work together.
We need our fighter back.
Okay. So that was Ulf's turn. Top of the initiative order, Giant Spider. Giant Spider's going to let loose a multi-attack on you. 2 long swords and then a bite.
Oh, she's got a cool sword too.
Yeah, she got a cool sword. 1 second, I'm trying to read the stat block here. Okay, what's your AC, Ulf?
18.
Okay. Miss, hit. Right?
Oh no.
Yeah, so the bite hits you, which I think is the worst. Right?
That is the worst.
It does 2 piercing damage and then 9 poison damage. So it could have been worse.
How much poison?
9. Which I believe you have, right? As a dwarf?
Yeah.
Dwarf.
Okay. So the foul creature that, escaped justice at the hands of your aunt is standing right above you, and she just sunk her fangs right into your shoulder.
I try and grab a hold of her actual fangs as they're piercing into my collarbone.
All right. Lysander, what were you doing?
An egg didn't open up, right?
An egg did not open up this time.
Okay. Lysander will then post up. Yeah. This hand crossbow has earned its keep at this point. So he's going to go ahead and try to fire into the center mass here. Assuming that Ulf counts as kind of like being around it, trying to find the good opportunities here with my sneak attack.
All right, go for it.
Well, that's a 9.
9 does not hit. AC 19.
Yeah, that's not great. Lysander will then move forward and then try to pull Greta away from the Drider, just for the sake of maybe not assuming enchantment is going on, because magic and Underdark. It's just going to pull her off of the bridge beside the enormous killing longsword wielding spider, just in case we figure out how to fix her, because me and Eris are not going to be able to fight a Drider by ourselves if Ulf gets eaten.
Using your
Get eaten.
using your cunning action, you can definitely dash, grab her, and then drag her back off the bridge.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay. There is no spider. Greta, you are asleep. Your turn is saying Z. Eris.
I'm sorry, Greta. I'm tired of missing. I'm hitting it with magic missile, and I'm gonna upcast it so I get 4 pops off at it.
Okay, but before you take your turn, are you still thinking about the book?
I would still like to have it.
Okay.
It's in the back of my mind.
Okay, good enough. All right. So go ahead and make your magic missile.
Okay. So first 2, that is 5, and then 3 damage, so 8 damage so far. And then another 5, and so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 15 damage total from magic missile.
Okay, wow, that was a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, so
Force
the
damage
silvery
too.
darts like light up this cavern, psoo, 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 reflecting off the rock and the ceiling above. You see her scale mail light up with the silver, but some of the missiles pierce right through it and find their mark. Awesome. Ulf, you are up next. The Drider is right above you. Your blood still dripping from her mouth.
Okay. So her fangs exposed. I will again try to use those for leverage to, with my little scrawny dwarf leg, kick one of her 8 knees out and try and roll her off the bridge yet again.
Okay.
This time I will get a 19 on the strength check to do a little acrobatics here.
She only has a 14.
There we go.
So you grab her by the fangs, judo throw her off the bridge. And no, I gave her a chance to use her dexterity and spider climb to try to get the underside of it, but she fails.
Excellent.
Falling off the chasm, and a long pause, then splat. All right. So that is Ulf's turn. Lysander, what do you do? The spider is dead. No eggs are hatching. It's only Eris beside you and the bridge ahead.
Okay. So.
Oh yeah, you got Greta at your feet.
The adrenaline is still high, but in the back of Lysander's head, there's still just this tattoo of words and thoughts and mutterings, and he's going to like walk over to Ulf and be like, "This is so exciting. We did the thing." And then he's gonna push Ulf off of the bridge.
Wow. All right, so go ahead and make a strength check. Hail Ulf. And you have advantage because Ulf is going to be surprised by that move.
We're all surprised by this move. I'm surprised by this move.
Wow. Okay, then.
Oh my goodness.
I have a 12.
I also have a 12.
So if the situation is tied, if you have a tie in a contest, the situation stays the same. So you're right beside Ulf. You didn't successfully push him off, but he's like dangling off the edge. Okay, that was Lysander's turn. Greta, you are still asleep on the floor.
Oh no.
Eris, you see Lysander, the drow rogue that you hired, or that you're supposed to be working on this job, trying to push the cleric off the bridge.
How do I feel about Ulf? And how do I feel about Lysander's behavior and potential motivations here before I pick any sides?
I think that's up to you.
Is it?
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't know what to do. Oh.
Well, Ulf killed the black spider.
That is true.
The
That is
book.
true.
What has the book done to you 3?
I'm gonna try to get the book off Lysander and hope Ulf can listen. He's stronger than me. He can handle this. I'm just gonna try to get the book and like run with it and see if that does anything to alleviate the situation.
Okay. So are you gonna try to just yank it from him? Is that what's gonna happen?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to be like semi-sneaky about it, but I'm moving fast. So I'm just
so
gonna
go ahead and make a dexterity check.
All right. 17? Wait, no.
So I guess this is gonna be opposed by
16.
Lysander's perception. And what's your
That's a
passive
16.
perception?
15.
15. Yeah, so she manages to get one on you, right? She runs right past you. She thinks he's sprinting in the last minute. She snags the book and starts booking it across the bridge.
Double booking it. Got it.
But all right, so
I want to
Ulf,
give you inspiration for that.
all right, so Ulf, Lysander just tried to toss you off the bridge, right? You were like hanging on by your fingertips back on the edge right there. You two are engaged in a deadly struggle.
Just a real quick read. Does it look like he is under the influence of the book? This is not explicitly a perception action.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, he has a crazed look in his eye.
Okay, I'm gonna
You can tell
cast.
his eyes are filled with a murderous rage.
I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration to try and break this charm that the book has on him, and then pull myself up off the bridge. And that will be the last second level spell I have.
Okay.
I would love
So, unfortunately, Lesser Restoration fails to remove this, right?
What? No.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you need to remove curse, which I don't think I gave you.
No, you didn't.
Oh no. Well,
All right. So that's your turn. Do you want to move or stay there?
No, I'm gonna. Okay, so in the process of casting the spell, because it's a touch spell, I'm gonna grab his wrist to do so, and just pull myself up onto the bridge so that I'm belly down on the bridge and not like hanging off of it.
Okay. Cool. So you're like down in a squat position. He's still trying to figure everything out because you two just had an intense grapple.
Right.
So you guys are sort of right there, inches away from the precipice. And then Lysander, it is your turn again.
Lysander is going to he's going to try to play this off as an accident, that his hand just kind of like slipped. He's going to try to stretch what deception can possibly do for him in this moment.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It just the excitement. I think maybe it's the leftover from the poison, and like I had a muscle spasm, and oh my god, are you okay?
All right. So, Ulf, what is your wisdom insight score?
My insight is a healthy 16.
All right. So that's your DC, man.
Oh boy, I have a plus 5. Of course not. No, that is a natural 3 plus 5 for an 8.
Yeah. So for the sake of this PvP scene, you are not fooled, Ulf. Your character does not believe that Lysander is innocent.
You will remember that. Man.
Okay. That's Lysander's turn trying to pull that off. You spent your action trying to convince him. You still have your bonus action and movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bonus action disengage and kind of just in case. I don't know what Ulf's whole deal is yet. So, you know, but he seems...
Are you going to move back towards the cathedral or forwards out the door with Eris?
Do I know that the book is not on my person anymore?
Yeah, she wasn't trying to be super stealthy. She's just trying to be like fast about grabbing it. So she knows she has the book and is running. Or you know she has the book and is running with it.
Bonus disengage.
And you chase after her? Okay, so you end up just, feet behind Eris. Greta, you are still asleep on the platform.
Greta.
All right, Eris, you booking it?
Lysander, as you chase after me, is it the chase of a friend trying to keep up with his friend, or are you being aggressive?
If more than anything, it's just not being next to Ulf anymore, but also knowing that you have the book. So it's kind of this like, it's probably crazed. You know what? Yes, it's probably 1,000,000% crazed.
Yeah, so you look behind you, you see a murderous look in Lysander's eyes as you hustle with the grimoire tucked under your arm.
I'm going to bonus action, Misty Step 30 feet ahead, and then keep running.
Nice.
So when you say 30 feet ahead, does that mean toward me?
Oh gosh, I don't know if I even have a clear mental pic. I'm running from him. Whichever way I'm heading,
you're running forward towards the
towards
exit.
you.
Yeah,
I'm going towards the exit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I don't know what to make of all this. I'm just out of here.
So say that again. Zip. Is that?
Yes. So Ulf, you are still kind of on the bridge.
Yes.
Eris is furthest away, and then Lysander is running after her. So
Right.
Lysander's in the middle.
So where does Eris Misty step toward? Is that toward
Towards
me?
the exit. The other way, away from you.
The other direction. Okay.
Yeah.
toward the amphitheater.
No, away from the amphitheater towards the exit.
She passed
From
you
where we
already.
Oh, so you've passed me with your Misty Step.
No.
Mhm.
Okay,
Beforehand,
I understand.
when she tried to grab the book. So she grabbed the book, passed you guys while you guys were tussling, and
Was
then
going
she was
Hmm.
running. Now he
Okay.
looked after, and now she Misty Step even further away from you.
Okay, I'm clear now. Excellent,
All
thank
right.
you.
Yeah, and it's your turn.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh no,
so
Eris, you still have an action if you wanted to do something after, because bonus action and Misty Step.
I'm
can
gonna use my
action
action to dash. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm out of here.
All
Nice.
right. So they are long away from where your little dwarf legs can carry you.
okay, that's fine. Let's see.
Greta's just catching up on sleep.
It's been a
Much
long
needed.
day.
Much needed. Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. I will roll up on my belly, grab a hold of all of the little lengths of gold ribbon that I have torn off of the bridge, and start hauling ass, following Eris out of the
We're
castle,
just leaving Greta.
and screaming, "Don't leave me here with these cursed fools!"
All right. So Lysander, do you also give chase? Do you chase after Eris some more?
She got the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think. Yeah.
I
Go
will
ahead.
bonus action dash and move. And if that's not enough to catch her, then I will action dash, getting that full on 90 feet of super speed.
All right. Okay.
You're
So I
so
think
scary.
It's that move that scene in Get Out, when the guy runs like full force, eyes completely open. It's terrifying.
All right. So you two are just probably going to race your way right out of here. Eris had a bit of a head start, but you're a bit more fleet of foot. And so you're running against the spider webs, tripping, trying to break your way through the curtains at the spree, squeeze your way through the cavern, and you're back out in the rain. We can close it right there with you two playing tug of war in a thunderstorm, right? And then we'll cut to the next morning with both of you, hands both on the book, eyes black, mouth dripping, or blood dripping out of your mouth, passed out and dead. And what is your epilogue?
So I bumble through the tunnel, and at the crack of dawn, finally emerge completely covered in bile and sweat and blood, and proud that I have defeated the black spider who killed my aunt and completely disrupted my family's mining operation. And then I look down at the book and I think to myself, no amount of gold is worth what happened to them. And I leave the book alone and walk off with my 7-foot length of golden ribbon, 6 censers of 6 golden incense censers, and my fancy little tablecloth fashioned into a cape, and walk back to Phandalin.
All
Is the final
right.
blow.
Great. That's an excellent ending. So you walk off into the sunset back towards Phandalin. Our post-credit scene is going to be Greta waking up in the cathedral surrounded by 9 spiders. And then we'll cut. Thank you for playing, everybody. That was awesome.
Oh my
That was
God.
wonderful.
You folks have a good time?
Oh,
That was great.
absolutely.
Excellent. Well, I hope you enjoyed our chat. Thank you for watching this whole time. We are going to go ahead and end the stream. It's going to be on public for maybe about a week or so before I put it on my $1 Patreon, along with dozens and dozens and dozens of other streams, one-shots, all sorts of fun stuff. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks.
All right, we're off stream. Yo, was that good?
That was fantastic.